Good afternoon from a very windy and very rainy Tokyo. Today we're outside this rather unassuming looking building, Shinjuku Station. You wouldn't know by looking at it, but this is actually the busiest train station in the world. 3.6 million people pass through here every single day. So let's go in and have a little look about. Honestly, you wouldn't know from looking at it. I mean, it looks like a nice big train station, don't get me wrong, but definitely doesn't look like the biggest and the busiest in the world. It does continue over here as well, actually. I've just come out from here as I've just arrived from Tokyo Station and my platform was over there. But let's pop in, have a wee look. It looks like there's a mall attached. So this was originally built in 1885, but of course, not much of that is left. It got damaged in the 1923 earthquake, and of course it's all modern new and actually looks like a modern station, unlike Tokyo Station, which looks like a European station. But from this station, you can basically get to anywhere in the country. You've got both the JR lines that run through here, your normal commuter lines as well as the Shinkansen, the bullet trains run through here as well. Now, I'll pop in this side because I have a JR pass. I can get through any station. So we can have a little look on the inside, because sometimes the shops and other bits and bobs are actually on the inside of the station where the platforms are, not just on the open side of the station. Right, we're in. Let's have a little look around the place. Now, the first thing you're going to see when you come in is some business pods. Now, these are little pods. They're probably all occupied at the minute. You can't see. They're all sort of blurred glass. But basically, inside of these are like a little chair, a little workstation where you can do yourself some work. Station for work, yeah. So these are open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 at night. So if you're waiting for your train, you want to get a little bit of work done, you can go into these booths and it's going to be soundproofed, quiet, and you're not going to be distracted from the people around you. You can crack on with a bit of work. Right, so we've got a big old open expanse here. Now the ceilings aren't very high here, which is a bit odd, but that's just something I've noticed. We've got some food being sold here. What have we got? It looks like a little bakery. We've got some cookies, some bread. Different breads, raisin bread. I wonder if there's any chocolate bread. You know how Joey loves the chocolate bread. What else we got here? We've got loads of different sort of shops in here as well. You're going to find really good places if you need to get yourself some lunch or a snack. Let's have a little walk through. See, we've got some scones on the go, chocolate scones, fruit, little mochi. We've got a little bento here as well, guys. Oh, this looks quite good. Look at this, got like a little sushi thing going on. Smells like, they smell like wedges actually. Some sort of seafood salad. Prawns. Little fried bits and bobs. It all smells very nice. You can't smell that sort of fried stuff in the air. They love deep fried. I can't believe how much they like deep fried food here in Japan, and how slim everybody is, even though people seem to be always eating deep fried food. Let's just look over here, more deep fried food. Fried chicken. We've got more salads, rice boxes, more bento stuff. You spoil for choice when it comes to food, guys. There's no shortage of good food options here, and you can get sort of self-heating boxes as well. So if you want to get something now, but you don't want to eat it for a couple of hours, but you want to eat something hot, you can get yourself a little self-heating box. And we've got here little things of like little onigiri type stuff, fish. Got hot dogs, Tully's coffee with hot dog. Ballpark dog avocado. Never had avocado on a hot dog. I think I'd rather just have it with the relish. So you'll see, the main focus a lot of the time in these stations, of course, is, well, obviously you've got your platforms, but it's mainly food. There's just food options and lots of them. Little boxes, and almost everything's in a form factor that you can take on the train with you. So here's an onigiri store, so you've got all sorts of different things. You got sardines, sweet potatoes, salt, corn. Yeah, a big mix, big mix. But it's not just Japanese food as well, guys. So we've got over here, we've got a boulangerie, Paul's, viennoiserie. So you can get all sorts, guys. I mean, in the Tokyo station there was a Cinnabon. And I'm a sucker for a Cinnabon. But here, look, we got croissant, we got tarts, scones, sandwiches, and they look pretty good actually. They look quite nice. I will say, this is going to be a controversial take, guys. You're welcome to attack me in the comments. I welcome it. I love the engagement. But Japanese sandwiches are pretty terrible compared to European sandwiches. For some reason, they seem to be allergic to crust. You cannot get crust on a sandwich here. It's all this very, very, very soft white bread. And don't get me wrong, an egg salad sandwich here is decent. It's not bad. But like, I'm sorry, maybe it's because I'm from England, we invented the sandwich. But if you go for like a meal deal back home, in my opinion, the sandwich quality is higher. They have some odd sandwiches here, like you can get like pork katsu, cutlets in sandwiches. That's cool. Although personally, you got the sauce on it, it's been in the sandwich. It's not crispy anymore. If it was fresh, it'd be decent. But yeah, a lot of the time, the sandwiches just aren't as good. In my not so humble opinion, I think they're just not that good. Like you'll have ham salad sandwiches here, and it's just not as good. The ham's not as good. But you know, how are you going to compete with Wilshire ham? You know what I mean, guys? So let's keep moving on. Like, it is odd. This just doesn't feel like the busiest station in the world, does it? It is a, what is it? It is a Saturday at 3:30 in the afternoon, so that probably is helping our cause a lot. I would not want to be here on a Monday morning at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock getting absolutely crammed. I've done that before, guys. I actually have a video on the channel, it should be up by the time this comes out, where I take the Tokyo Metro and I don't realise it's actually rush hour. So that was not fun. So here we can see the sandwiches, what I'm talking about. You get fruit sandwiches here. They're kind of not bad because they're like a dessert. You get them cutlets in them and the ham salad and things like that. And honestly, guys, they're just mid. They're very mid. They'll serve the purpose, but they ain't hitting the spot like a good old sandwich back home, not gonna lie. I think our bread's just better. It's like when you're in Europe as well, there's just no better place for bread. I've been all over the world. Actually, you know what though? I take that back. Only place I've been outside of Europe that has very good bread is Vietnam. Vietnam has incredible bread, but that's because it's French bread basically. And obviously you always have your vending machines here with, you know, all your different bits and bobs. Ginger soda, Pocari Sweat, you've got teas, you've got coffees. These will actually be hot as well, so lemon tea, honey lemon tea, which I've been smashing recently because my throat's destroyed from this trip. Really good, you know, 160 yen, less than £1, hot lemon tea, can't really complain. You know what it is, guys? I don't even like ginger ale, but for whatever reason, this Asahi dry ginger ale is really hitting the spot. Right, should we just have a look here? We're next to platforms 16 and 15, and this has the Yamanote line and the Chuo-Sobo line and many others. And should we just have a look at some of the destinations we could go to from this station? So we can go from here. So obviously we're in Shinjuku. We can go to Shin-Okobu, which will take us to the Shinkansen lines there. But this goes all the way down there. We can see we can take this one to Tokyo as well, where we've just come. So these are sort of local lines. They don't go too far, but they're all interconnected. And what I will say, guys, is you can use the subway to get around a lot of Tokyo, but there's also a lot of these GR lines you can take. So if you've bought yourself a GR pass, save yourself the money on the metro. Not like it's expensive here anyway, but it's just it's just extra hassle to keep buying tickets, whereas you can just take a lot of these local GR lines and just use your GR pass. Hop on. They're all unreserved seats anyway. Very rarely do they have like a green car or a reserved car. I will say I am finding this station rather anticlimactic. You think, whoa, busiest station in the world, you're going to go in, it's going to be huge, it's going to have this huge opening. I mean, even Kyoto Station had that huge sort of atrium area, far more impressive than what we've got here. And that was not the busiest station in the world. When you compare it to some of the train stations in, let's say, China, where there are these huge, expansive buildings, these buildings are not so big. These buildings aren't so grand on the inside, but they are big, they go on and on, they're just not so high, and you sort of have to wiggle your way through a maze sort of to find out where you need to go. Let's go through here. We'll go out another way than we came in. Again, we've got another like nice quality store there selling breads and stuff. They do seem to like bakeries here in Japan. Right, let's have a look out here. Looks like we've got some steps, a little viewing area. I don't know if we're near the river. I really don't know where we are at all, to be honest. That's kind of half the adventure. I don't like to have things too scripted, too planned. I kind of like to just turn up and see what's what. All right, guys, from here we can probably see a lot of the tracks. So we can get a little bit of sense of scale of Shinjuku here. Now, I must say, as trains are turning up, there's another one leaving every second. There's no shortage of train movement here. Luckily, the rain stopped on us as well. But it's been relentless. Right, so these are just some of the lines. This is not all of the lines, actually, because where we came in behind us, down there, you go over the road and there's more lines. That's where I actually got off. So you can see here plenty of lines. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we can see a train leaving over there. But there's way more. Well, what an interesting building. Look at that clock. Look, it's very 70s. So this is Takashimaya Times Square. Well, there you go. A little less climactic, I suppose, than New York Times Square. I mean, it's a somewhat interesting skyline. I don't want to sound too pessimistic in this video, to be honest, but I do find a lot of the Tokyo skyline quite boring. It's not, they don't seem to take risks with the buildings. Like, yeah, that one's somewhat interesting, and I do like the one with the clock, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of streets look very similar as well. Let's go upstairs, actually. This is all part of the station, so there's also bus routes. There's everything here. So let's have a little explore up here. Literally no idea what we're gonna find. Right, guys, so there's the Tokyo Tourist Information Center here. And I imagine they'll be very helpful. I mean, one thing I will say, guys, if you think you're gonna get stuck on some of the subways or the metros, oftentimes, well, they're always manned, right? There's always someone behind a desk somewhere on these stations. But also, sometimes on some of the more touristy or main stations, there's just a guy or girl working there. And they will just like ask you like, oh, where you going, I need a hand. And then they'll say, right, you need to go here or take this station, this will be quicker. And then they'll write down a little note for you and they say, there you go. And then they'll write usually in Japanese on the other side and give you that and say, if you get lost, just show this to anyone else working. So I was going to Yokohama yesterday and I was like, do I need to take, because Google Maps like, go sit on this one and stay. And he went, you can, but if you get off, you can change from an express line, you're going to get there way quicker. So that's what I did. So, and he was like, what you do is get off at this station. It's going to be the platform opposite, turn around, get on that one. If you get stuck, just show them this piece of paper, and he wrote on in Japanese saying basically, this lad's going to Yokohama, give him a hand if he's stuck. Right, so it looks like there's nothing up here apart from that the bus line. But if you need a bus, now you know where to go. Right, guys, we're going to go into the other part of the station, the part that I came from originally, because I need to head back to Tokyo Station. And to do that, we're going to have to go back over there and go to platform 7. So instead of going around the station, because I have my JR pass, I can just walk through these barriers and then through the barriers again. So I need platform 7 because I'm taking the Chuo line, and you can see that's just telling us to go straight ahead here, which will in fact take us over the road. So it could be a little confusing for you if it's your first time here thinking, I don't want to leave the station. You kind of need to, but it's all the same station. Oh wow, we have bins here. Right guys, top tip for you if you come into Japan. If you have any rubbish on you, which you will, you'll not find a bin. So anytime you see a bin, If you've got something left of your drink, just finish it off and chuck it away because you ain't finding another one. You're lucky if you find one. And if you have something on you that's going to be stinky, obviously not a bottle of pop, but if let's say you have like an onigiri or something with rice and fish, and you're going to like eat it a little bit later maybe, but you maybe in like 10 minutes time, and you find a bin or you're in the convenience or the convenience shop, just eat it there and chuck it away, guys. Otherwise you're going to be carrying this stinky wrapper with you. You are not going to find a bin, guys. When I was in Yokohama yesterday coming back, I went through a metro station, a train station, there was no bin. I asked the guy and I was like, excuse me, is there a bin here? And he went, no bin in the station. He was nice enough to take it off me, but like, yeah, don't expect that. And luckily that was just the wrapper from a bow, not something stinky and fishy. But yeah, take advantage of the bins, guys, because sort of the idea here or the culture here in Japan is it's your rubbish, you take it home. Your rubbish, you take it home. It's not the public's responsibility to look after your rubbish. That's your rubbish, you take it home. So yeah, expect to carry it all the way back to the hotel. You do have your ticket machines as well on the outside here, but right now we need to go over here to get to our platform 7. There is a walkway across the road as well, but it's going to be easier and quicker for us to just get across this zebra crossing over. But yeah, the weather's been miserable here. It's been actually good for the most part on this trip, but for the past few days it's been quite bad. But there is a typhoon nearby, so that's probably why. You'll notice on the lights as well when the men are red there's like a few dots underneath and they'll count down so you can sort of get a gist of how long you have to wait for the lights to change. Same with when it's green, it's like it'll start from the top and then those dots will slowly go down so you know whether or not you have enough time to sort of get across that road. See, so we've got that green man there and the dots are all the way at the top, but you'll see them start to decline. Right guys, so now we're on the other side, we need to get through the barriers here. So again, JR Pass to the rescue. We can definitely see it's a bit more busier on this side. Right, so you can see way more busier here. And we need platform 7, so we're going to follow along down here. This is also how you can get the airport from here as well. So we've got more ticket machines to the right. We've got lockers here as well. You'll notice they're all full, they always are. And you can also take the Narita Express to the airport. And there's more shops, you can get bits and bobs, all sorts. Like I say guys, to go through the whole station we'll be here all day. This is the busiest, although from what I can see in the little exploration I've done, Tokyo seems to be bigger on the inside. There's more shops and bits and bobs going on. Right, let's pop over to platform 7. Now it says 5-6, but it also says 7-8 up here. So it's a little bit confusing. This is going to Tokyo?
Yes, yes. But here it's first class, so please,
sorry.
Could you go to next?
I have
Okay, thank you.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Right guys, so I'll end our tour of Shinjuku Station there. We're heading back to Tokyo now. And luckily, because I have a green pass, I can sit in this car, which is a little bit more fancy. The guy was like, oh, you have to go to another car. But I was like, don't worry, buddy, I got the green pass. So it is a little more expensive, but it just means it's a little less hassle for things like this. Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.